Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Hello to all who's out there. I thought I was going to be late today. Let's see here. I took a cake off of here. I got to put something in its place. How is everybody? Ursula, are you still here? Thanks for coming. Okay, so what's on the agenda for today? I saw that Jada and Stitches was going live today after me. We'll raid her. Yeah, right. Like she needs a raid. Oh, do I just got a text from the hubby? Do I see? Mm-mm-mm-mm. And there's Chester saying hello. I don't know where his pad is. I don't see it. My husband forgets stuff at work, and then he asks me, "Can I locate the item that he left behind?" I'm doing good, Ursula. I'm a little flustered because my husband's texting me now. He wants me to find something, but I really can't. I'm in no position to find anything for him right now. So I don't know what to do. It's about time for him to come home anyway. Well, no, it's a little early for that. You have tea, and guess what? I have no cup. That's what I did forget to grab something to drink before I sat down. So I have nothing. I'll probably get some water in a few minutes after I get myself situated here. I'm just trying to figure out um, what to talk about today because I really did you ever have one of those days? I mean, oh, you have mosaic? A lot of people are doing that, huh? Did you ever have one of those days that you just can't? I couldn't today. Like I struggled to get up out off my bed and I struggled to do anything. Are you live today earlier than normal? I don't think so. No. Well, it's not even a normal time that I'm live. I just started doing Mondays. I think this is my third Monday, and I've done this time slot because I've noticed there's not too many people out there. Well, I might have been wrong, but I did check before I switched my day. I switched over to Monday instead of Sunday because Sundays are filled with football times, football games, football talk, football news and radio and everything football on Sundays here. Yeah, yeah. So I'm usually just hiding in my little closet in my bedroom, um, trying to find my own. I mean, no one's gonna pay attention to me if I talk. Um, there's football all day on Sunday. So I just figured I'm gonna change my day to Monday, at least during football season, where I don't know what to talk about. So I talk about yarn and what I'm making and what other people are doing. It's a matter of prayer for sure. Yes. Hi, Roberta. Oh, ginger turmeric tea in your cup. I wish I was able to drink stuff like that because that's pretty good for you. Um, this cake, I'll show you this cake. This is my Chester cake. If he lets me. I have this is called a hot cake. Can you see? It's called hot cakes. A little play on the term for pancake, you know. I got this at a little yarn shop. nothing, nothing like I didn't get it at a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby or Joann's or anything. Just a small yarn store. And this one I got from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, that one is pretty. That was a clearance one. So it went from like $7 to not even $2. I drink black Rubio's tea with tip of teaspoon of ginger. Very healthy. VJ, hello. Yeah, I'm not much of a tea drinker. I like my coffee. I didn't really have my coffee today, although I could have used some because I had a little trouble getting going this morning. Even, oh, I think it was, I'm going to blame Chester because Chester was extra cuddly this morning, weren't you? Could you want to close your door? I don't know who he's talking to. Um, yeah, that's your Chesty. Daddy's over there. Say hi to Daddy. He's in the chat. Say hi to your dad. Chester. Oh my gosh. Jada's going live after me, so I'll only stay on here for an hour. I love to watch Jada and Stitches live. She has a lot of people watching her, so it's very hard to get her to read any of my what I say. Once in a while, she will do it, but it hardly ever happens. Um, I first started watching her about 2 years ago, and one of the very first tutorials I saw was this blanket made with two stitches, two yarns, two different yarns, two strands of yarns together. And it was like a stash buster blanket. I don't have that blanket anywhere near me. I would show you. Rubio's is like red bush directly translated, but we only say ruby. I'm saying that wrong. Rubio. Okay. And finely ground ginger. Tip of teaspoon only. Very good. Well, I know the importance of turmeric and ginger. That is why I take a capsule that has turmeric and ginger and black pepper in it. So when I do remember to take that, I know that it will help me. It's supposed to be good for anti inflammatory purposes. I know, right? Hard to get in a word with Jada, but she has good tutorials. True. One of the next tutorials I saw when I was first beginning to crochet, not only beginning to crochet, I didn't even know how to crochet yet. And I was watching her two-strand blanket tutorial. But then I ventured over to her big beautiful basket. That's the project I tackled after I learned how to single crochet. Why? I don't know why. I thought I could make that, but I just did. I was being ambitious and I just wanted to try it. And I think 2 months went by and I finally got the basket. I don't know where that first basket is, somewhere here. Roy Bush. Thank you. Thank you. Roy Bosch. I'm sorry. Roy Bosch. Oh, I was really butchering that. Okay. Jessica, hello. Jessica Wood. You're a new gal here, or did you change your name? Jessica, I remember I there was another Jessica, but I don't it was something with the dumpster. She's a dumpster diver or something. That's not you, is it? And you changed your name. Or are you a new Jessica? I like your last name, Jessica Wood. It reminds me of Janet Wood from Three's Company. Did you ever watch Three's Company? I'm a Gen X, so I grew up with Three's Company, the Brady Bunch, not really the Partridge Family, but Good Times and the Jeffersons. When I, oh, Roberta says, when I make ginger, turmeric tea. I use the fresh roots. I add fresh lemon slices and honey. No type of tea bags in my brew. Oh my gosh, you're a good. That's a good habit to have is tea drinking. Hello, natural Nene, and I will let everybody read that. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. Roy Bush, Viva Roy Bush. She likes her Roy Bush. She's she's Ursula's daughter. Oh, yeah, because Ursula would. I see. Hello, Ursula's daughter. Thank you for coming on. Black rooibos with some lemon slices. What time is it over there by you, Ursula? Wait, I have it on my phone. You know what? I like to know when everybody's what everybody's time is. So I took the time to look up, and you know what came up? Pretoria. I don't know if you're near that, but it tells me that it's 8:11 p.m. where you are. I put in South Africa, it gave me Pretoria. Am I saying that right? Probably not. I bet I'm not. And some of these towns, I forget who the YouTuber is that I watch, but I have, a lot of a lot of YouTubers. If they're not in England, they're in Eastern Time Zone. It is the little squares there, Jessica. You're the little squares. She's the baby square. Dana's here. Oh well, I'm glad you're here too, VJ. I'm glad I can accommodate your relaxation regimen because that is all I am about today, especially is relaxing because that's all I wanted to do. That's all the body wanted to do was just relax. Same with yesterday. I didn't get much. Oh, okay, very good. I didn't get much done yesterday. I got a lot of what's the word? I binged some TV shows like like a loser. I felt because I didn't get anything accomplished. I did some crochet and I played a game on my phone and oh, thank you, VJ. But no, I think it was the weather. It was very gray out like it is right now and very muggy, humid. What's the humidity right now? On Saturday, we had 98% humidity. Right now, it's 74% humidity. I don't like humidity. My hair doesn't like humidity. I binged. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, I watched some TV show. Okay, so I don't know if you have this show where you are, but we have a TV show called Big Brother. I know they have it in England, a English version of Big Brother. Um, but we have Big Brother USA, which I've been watching for years. Oh yeah, because you never know. Sometimes I think I'm family with some people, and I'm like, wait a minute, there was that red subscribe. Why is it red? I know how it is. But so I've been watching Big Brother for a while, but I have not been watching since season one. And I noticed that since I got rid of my cable, I have to stream it on Paramount Plus, but I have to watch it the day after. Okay. So the season of Big Brother is over. All right. It's season 23. And I noticed that as I was watching last week, I was finishing up the series, the season, and I noticed that it's saying, do you want to watch season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It goes all the way up to 23. And I thought, well, you mean I can watch season one? I've never seen season one. So let me go see season one. You're in Ohio. It's humid. My hair is frizzy too, Roberta. And I don't even have curly hair and it's frizzy. But I think it's my old age. My hair is changing because I'm aging. So I watched the season one. which happened in the year 2000 when there was AOL craze, America Online. And that was when dial up was a thing. And you could be on the internet, but you couldn't be on the internet and be on the phone at the same time. And it was only one computer probably in the whole house, one device. And so they offered the live stream. Of course, who's going to sit there and watch it? Right now, you have to pay for the live stream to watch all the cameras live. Back then, pretty much you had to pay for it because you weren't unlimited internet. Nobody had an unlimited internet, and it wasn't high speed, so it was very choppy, probably. But anyway, I watched the first season, the first 13 episodes, and it was the word I'm going to use for it is disgusting because it was very low tech. Okay, back in the year 2000, OMG, such the way we dressed, the way our eyebrows were, everything was so different and like primitive. It was, I was just creeped out, but I couldn't stop watching. It's like watching a train wreck. I've got dead straight hair, so I really like curly hair. Love it. Opposites attract for sure. As a child, I always grew up with straight hair, really straight hair. And one year I announced to my third grade class in the 80s when perms were a thing. I said, friends, I'm getting a perm. I was so excited. I was going to have curly hair like all my other blonde friends. No way I could go blonde and curly. I'd have to pick, but nobody really wanted to dye my hair anyway, wherever I went. No, nobody wanted to bleach my hair, even if I paid for it. No. Anyway, so I get this box of perm. My mom buys it for me. She sits me down on a Sunday night. I'm so excited. She does the perm. We wait. It stinks. I rinse it off. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. My hair was straighter than before. I was devastated. More than more than devastated. I was embarrassed to go to school on that Monday because I had told everybody on Friday I was going to get a perm. I made a big fuss out of it. And here I am going to school on Monday. Oh, yeah? Are you bored with the story? Do I bore you? You're yawning. Yeah, no perm. You remember the 80s prom dance? I had a perm for sure. Yeah. And you know what? I couldn't do the perm again because no, that's your hair will fall off. So I went to school on Monday and I thought unknown caller, you would say unknown. I thought everybody maybe they'll forget. No, Sandy, I thought you were gonna get a perm. Well, I did, and nothing happened. I was so devastated, so sad. That was third grade. No, I take that back. That wasn't third grade. That was fourth grade. Fourth grade. I switched schools too that year. So I had all new classmates, strangers at first, and I got to know them. And there was my good friend Teresa, and really good friends with Renee and Candace. Wonder whatever happened to them. I've seen Candace on Facebook, but never Renee. Never got back in touch with Renee. And never Teresa. I can never find Teresa. I looked and looked and looked for her. My Min Pin and Jack Russell are checking out your fur baby. Really? So I had a Jack Russell before my Min Pin. So you and I, Roberta, had similar taste in doggies. Sandy, you got a perm, but the perm didn't get you. Oh, you have me laughing. Yeah, my perm was just like a fail, an epic fail. No perm for me. It didn't happen. I tried and tried and tried again, and eventually I got the curly hair, and I joined the curly hair crowd, but I'm so glad we don't have perms anymore. I mean, I guess we do, but they're not like really in style. Who knows? Maybe they'll come back one day. I don't know. Since everything else seems to be coming back, styles tend to repeat themselves. I notice bell bottoms, a lot of high waisted jeans lately. I notice. Is that my imagination? I know I don't go out too much, so I don't see it very often. So I don't know if I just happen to see somebody that's wearing clothes that are out of style, but this particular person was a young girl, about maybe 32 years old, let's say. Two little kids. She seemed to always be styling every time I did see her, and she was wearing high waisted jeans. Are those in now? I would say please tell me no, but I think they're in. I think they're in. But I don't think I'll be wearing high waisted jeans. Yeah, we still have perms, but any good hairdresser will advise or recommend that you get a perm from a hairdresser that was trained in it. So a hairdresser our age. Yeah. Well, my hairdresser was my mom. She was definitely not even the age I am. She was way much younger than I am today, giving me a perm. So she didn't know what she was doing. But eventually, she got good at giving me a perm. And every 3 months, like clockwork, for a couple of years, I got a perm. I remember the name of the brand. It was called Lilt. Lilt was the brand. And I need to get my water. So I'm going to let Chester. Chester, you going to stay and entertain them? Let's see. Will you stay? No, I don't think he's gonna stay. So I might have to take him. I need some water because I'm talking too much. You know, let's go get our water. Let's go get our water. Let's go get our water. Water. Mhm. Okay, we're back. We are back with our water. I have to stay hydrated today because I'm going to the chiropractor later. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get a perm from any kind of person right now. Um, but so why we were talking about perms? We were talking about perms because we were talking about frizzy hair because we were talking about the humidity. It's very humid and gray out, and that just I really had plans for today too in my head. Yesterday, I said I'm going to take Chester for a walk. We're going to walk the trail. I'm going to walk really fast, and he's going to be in his little stroller because this way I get my walk in and he gets to go outside. But that didn't happen because I just wasn't feeling it. I even considered not doing my live because I just wasn't in the mood. Just wasn't feeling it. I even went on to YouTube to try to get motivated, and I think YouTube made me less motivated. I don't know. I stay at home, Ursula. My my sole job is to be a mommy for Chester. No, no, no. I have the pleasure. I am able to stay home. I used to work in an office, and I would often take Mondays off because Mondays were my day to recuperate from the weekend. I have two sons, and when they were both at home, not only one of them lives at home, but when they were both at home, and my husband was off that weekend, they would do a pretty good number on my house as far as they would mess it up. So I took all I would take Mondays off often to get my house back in order so that I can, go to work. And because I hated going to work with a messy house. I hated leaving a messy house. Because you know what, then you come home to a messy house. So I didn't want to do that. You took a week off last week. Oh, much needed. Your my son's carer, my son's carer is back in her country till next week. Your son's carer, so it all got a bit much for me. Got to take the time off when you need to. Okay, I'm still maybe was that a typo? Your son's carer. That must be a typo because I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means, Chester? No, me neither. Chester had a long day yesterday. He played with his friend Mac. Mac the dog at the dog park. Mac is a golden retriever. He's very giant and he's very gentle with Chester. And Chester likes to play with Mac. And Mac can put Chester's whole head in his mouth. hmm I think I got a picture I can show you of Mac the dog. Or this is look, if you could see there, that is that is Chester. It looks like he's examining Mac as a dentist would do. I don't know, but they like to play together. That's Chester's friend. Yeah, see, that's Chester's buddy. Chester has a lot of buddies at the park. Um, Big buddies, big dog, a lot of big dogs. There's not too many little dogs at the dog park, so they all know to be gentle with Chester. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Natural name, does she mean caregiver? Back in her country till next week. You'll have to get back to us, Ursula, on what that meant. Mm-hmm. Look, see what I mean about he's just extra cuddly today. Oh well, we say carer. Oh, but I guess it's the same as caregiver. Oh, okay. My son's caregiver is back in her country till next week. Okay. Oh, see, I didn't realize you had a son that needed a caregiver. Oh, do I not? Did you tell us that, or do I not pay attention in the lives? I'm on there often, but I don't remember that one. I knew you had a daughter. Mhm. So yeah, a caregiver. We call him caregiver. I think yeah, caregiver, caretaker, nurse. Some people just call them nurse, but it depends on what their degree is in. But like my my grandfather used to have a nurse to come take care of him um, at one point in his life, just for a little while. Yeah. And who's your caretaker? Who's your caregiver? Me? Yeah. You're just so so cuddly, cuddly. You're not letting mommy crochet today. I'm still. My son has. Okay, he's 20. He does not really speak. We call it unreliable speech. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. Do you not talk about that, or do I not pay attention? I think I do pay attention. Your accent isn't that hard to understand. Yeah. Okay. So, um, I was excited to continue the crochet along, the one that Anya is doing from Ophelia Talks, and she is doing her Lizzie Cal. And I finished the first week, the week of Jane, and the week of Elizabeth, which is this week. Well, the week starts on Friday. I didn't get to start it yet because I wanted to be able to, like, with my husband being home and my son off of work on the weekends, I feel like I can't concentrate really much on crochet because I have to make sure, I don't know, they seem to always put things out of place and I have to go put it back, and that my OCD doesn't let me just sit down and forget what's going on in the background. Both kids had tutors for about 10 years. So the house was always full of people. Oh my gosh. I can imagine. I had my two sons when they were little, they had physical therapists come in the home when they were little, like before they even started school. So I was used to somebody always coming to my house every Tuesday and every Thursday at, I don't know if she came at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. But if it was 9 a.m., she came at 9 a.m. Not 8:59, not 9:01, but 9 on the dot, whatever time it was. I think I'm leaning more towards 10 a.m. 10 a.m. The doorbell rang every single Tuesday and every single Thursday, and never called in sick, never, and she always did the same thing when she came into my house, which I really would appreciate. I mean, I really appreciate it. Um, she entered my house, she took off her shoes, and she went to the bathroom and washed her hands. And then she started working with my boys. So that is always much appreciated when people do that. I haven't mentioned it, but I try not to say it too much. I'm sure many people don't want to hear it too often. It just comes up now and again, but if I don't have to talk about it, I let it slide past. Like you with my boys. I don't talk about it too much, but they were in wheelchairs at one point in their life. I don't talk about it too much. But yeah, I Roberta says, I used to be a foster parent for the state of Ohio. All my children they gave me either had autism or ADHD or both. Mm, yeah, those I used to, my job used to deal with that that population of children with special needs needing therapists to come in, and we dealt with a lot of families that were um, foster families. So the child was like um, wards of the state. Their parents are actually the state of Illinois, or for you, Ohio. So it's like we had one person to sign any consent form on their behalf, and it was pretty much a copy because she signed it for every child and in Illinois that had a foster parent. I went to classes to learn how to handle everything. Yeah, and I think you have to you have to keep on going to classes, right? You have to continue that education because lots of changes all the time too. Things change, new ideas are invented, you know, old ideas get thrown out the window, like, I mean, years ago we did things to kids that we wouldn't dare do today. I think suffering is like a leveler. It helps people to connect and have more empathy with other people's suffering. People who have not suffered anything probably cannot relate. Yeah, they, but people who don't have a lot thrown on their plate will often give you advice as if they do know what they're talking about, you know, and that's what I don't care for. Like, I don't want advice from people who don't know what I'm going through. If you know what I'm going through and you can give me ideas, then I'll take it. But otherwise, no, I'll pass on the advice you have to give. But that was kind of my job when I did work in an office because my kids did have disability. I was able to talk to other parents who have the same things or similar um, things in their life, similar situations. Oh, okay, yeah. And speaking of that reminds me of the continuing ed I had to do for the work, and some of these workshops were like 6 hours, 8 hours long, and boy, it got boring. But there was always some sort of raffle in the end, and I won a couple times, and you know, some presenters tried to make things interesting by putting little toys in the table in the middle so you could play and fidget with them. And what I saw the other day? Those fidgets that look like they're little circles and you push them in? Everybody's using. I saw somebody, he had one on his keychain. Like it was a mini one. I was kind of grossed out by it because it was supposed to be pink, but it was gray. Which means he used it a lot. That's just the door that makes sound. Okay, Chester. Often the parent wanted to talk to another parent, not so much to a professional person at our center. Yeah, I I had both titles. I was another parent, but I was a professional. So often I got a lot of people said no, thank you, and until I gave them, a reason that they would want to talk to me. Roberta says she's an ADHD services. Oh, okay. What do you need? What? Huh? Okay, let me get my dog. Hold on. Okay, all right, come on. Leave your brother alone. Leave him alone. Come. Chester. Okay, then you want to stay there? Then you're going to be in there. Oh, Jason, a little puppy. Jason, he's got me chasing him around. And then he goes into his carrier. Okay, well, he stays there for a little while. Most of their foster parents were ADHD. They were the only ones who knew how to handle it. Yeah, ADHD is something that my husband, I think he has or has acquired. Um, he's always been somebody who forgets things at home and loses things and leaves things where he doesn't belong. But now he's like, I would start to talk to him, and 3 words, and he stops looking at me, and he's looking at something else, and then he'll change the subject. So that is like new. Yeah. So I don't know if it's developed into ADHD or what. I don't know. But I'm sure if he's listening, he'll probably say something. He'll probably chime in. Daphne is here. Daphne? Hi. So I did last week, we got into these this or that questions, and I didn't get to finish them. And I forgot my glasses. Look at this. My glasses. Where are my glasses? Oh, well. You're going to hear some noise in the background. That's my son. He's just making himself a bowl of cereal. It's his day off today. Nice day to be off on Monday. Gray Monday. Okay. That's a weird question. I'm trying to look for a question that's interesting, but these questions are kind of weird. Like if a job required you to get a full body tattoo, would you get it? It's kind of a weird question. Okay, so if you could live anywhere in the world and still earn a good income, where would you live? I really like the city of Chicago where I live. I like the downtown area, but I don't know if that would be my ideal place to live. If I could make, a good amount of money. So like if wages didn't, because I'm sure everybody would like to live in Hawaii, or Florida or something, but they don't because they have a good job here or where they are. I don't know, but I mean, I think I'd like to live in Hawaii, but mm, I don't know. I just don't know. I always wanted to, I don't know. I'm not going to answer that question. Daphne, our day is going well. I'm just trying to get it going. Have a case of the Mondays. You like to live in the UK because of their currency and the colder weather. You like the cold weather. Oh my. Really? Well, it is kind of cool in the UK. It's not only that, my impression of the UK is that the sun doesn't shine a lot there, does it? It's very gray a lot. I'm looking at the weather where you are, Ursula. Yeah, you're going to get hot by next week. Next Wednesday, it's going to be next Tuesday, even. It's going to be 90 degrees. Well, Celsius. I use or Fahrenheit. You probably use Celsius because I think America is the only country that uses Fahrenheit. Am I right about that? But yeah, I'd say Hawaii is a good place to live, but I think that's kind of a generic. No, you know what? I do know what where I want to live. Oh, what's this place? What's this place? It's in Asia. Um, it's in. I should. I don't even know where it is. Um, Singapore. Singapore seems like a nice place to live. Of course, I only know it from movies, but it seems pretty nice. It seems like a very expensive place to live. But the question says, I would have a livable wage. So I think Singapore, there's not much political goings on. As far as I know, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm not sure. But that was that question. So, and Ursula says her summer is starting again. I'm confused with your seasons because our summers are just ending. And I guess yours are the opposite. So, whatever you're on, we're the opposite. I don't know. USA uses Fahrenheit. If you take Celsius and times by 2 plus 30, you get Fahrenheit. So 5 times 2, oh God, that's a lot of work. Yeah, it is extremely expensive. So if I could live there and make a good living, I would want to live there. Seems like a peaceful place with lots of um, technology. They seem to be techno, technological technologically savvy there. I'm just looking at Chester. So what I'm gonna do is here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop this link to see if anybody wants to come up on here. Here's what I'm gonna do. Drop. Sorry. Southern Hemisphere. We're like ships passing in the night. You're on your way to winter. Me on my way to summer. Well, it's nice to know that it's summer somewhere. because our summer just ended and October is here. That reminds me we are in October. Hey, Nisi, how are you? And I have to change the square downstairs in the lobby to a pumpkin square. So I have to get this one out. This pumpkin, that's one pumpkin. And here is the other pumpkin. Oh, you can't come up here in your pajamas. I know how that is. Um, I know. I did say at one point I'm like, I should probably wake up every day, get dressed, put on my makeup, just in case I want to go on somebody's live, because you never know. Right, Granny or Granny Ursula. It is always 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's see where it's 5 o'clock right now. Let's see. It is 5 o'clock. Well, I don't have any. Nowhere. It's a 5 o'clock in the middle of the ocean. So yeah, you can have who's in the ocean? Who would that be? Like it's in the Atlantic Ocean. It's 5 o'clock, but I'm sure that's somewhere. Maybe that is way eastern Canada, or no, Brazil. Maybe. I guess I don't have every time zone on here. Hey, sorry. Were you on here long? I'm sorry.
No, just for a second.
I'm just looking at. I'm looking to see where it's 5 o'clock right now.
5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere. I don't have. I have a lot of time zones on my phone, like as far as to see what time it is in London, what time it is in Paris,
Hmm.
where Ursula is. I even have, you know, for some reason. Well, I know why I have Manila because my husband's from the Philippines, but some of these places I knew someone who lived there at one point, but like I have a friend who she's not a friend, but I met her in while I was in a hospital and she just happened to go there for
Hmm.
emergency, but she lived in Alaska. So she's
Uh,
like, I can't believe I just came here and then I'm in the hospital in Chicago and I just want to go back home. And I'm like, so why do you live in what's it like in Alaska?
cold, but
I know.
beautiful.
I hear it's really pretty, or I've seen. Granny's asking Granny. I keep calling her Granny with Granny Square. Have you ever had armar amarula liquor? I'm asking because it's an alcoholic drink made from the that fruit. Check on YouTube animals. Oh, I lost it. YouTube
No, I
animal
have not. I have not
drink.
even heard of that. I haven't heard of
Oh,
that
I
fruit, much
remember
less the drink.
she was talking about it on her live and how the elephants get drunk on that fruit. I remember her talking about it. Jane is here. Hi, Jane. Who's in the
Jane.
sequel? I'm sorry. I remember on one of her lives, I was paying attention that day in class, Ursula. You were talking about how the elephants got drunk on the fruit. That's funny. So are you working on anything, Nisi?
I am. I am working on this Cabbage Patch Kid, which, as you
Oh,
can see, has no hair right now. You see how small those holes are?
uh-huh.
I have to make those holes bigger. So right now I'm waiting for my Dremel tool to charge up, and I got to make these holes just a little bit bigger, and then I need to add another whole row because she only has one line of holes for bangs, and I want her to have 2 rows of bangs. And then she's going to be a double pony. She's going to look really cute when I get done. I'm excited.
Now, where did you get that doll head? Did you recycle it or did you buy it
Mm.
like that?
It's from a Cabbage Patch Kid. I took her head off her body,
Oh my gosh.
and her body needs some repairs. I need to redo. I think her knees have been redone because they're in the wrong spot. They're way up, way too high. So I need to
Huh.
undo all of this, and I need to redo the ankles. Um, kind of defuzz the body a little bit. But I got all the stains out. She had quite a few stains, but the stains are all gone. So her body looks perfect condition now, except
Oh
for,
my
a few
gosh.
of the stitching I need to fix. And then, yeah, I removed her head, and I removed the plug so I could get the yarn out of the inside of the head. Oop, there's some more yarn in there still. I guess I didn't get it all out. And then I'll
Yeah, these didn't
replace.
have yarn
I'll
yet,
I'll,
didn't they?
I'll use a homemade rerouting needle that I made myself, and use that to put the yarn in, and use a crochet hook to loop and lock it into the vinyl. So it's going to take me, well, actually, this hairstyle is a lot easier than most of the ones I do. So probably about a week to get the hair done. And then
Wow.
I may add some blush to her face. She's lost all her blushing. So I'm going to have
Oh,
to reblush her face, but that's easy.
I
Yeah.
remember those.
She'll
Hey,
look,
Jeanette,
she'll look like a whole new doll by the time I'm done. And I took a before picture.
I was
So
just going to ask you that. I mean,
yes,
did you take before and after? I remember going nuts for those
I did.
dolls.
And
They were like,
I'll be putting the picture video on my channel when she's done. So
how much were those dolls back in the day? Were they like 65 or am I
no, they were
just
like
making
around
that up?
$24. And the twin sets with the $2 in one box that were twins, those were almost 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Then maybe, why in my head am I thinking
But I mean,
60?
back in those days, $25, $30 was a lot.
Yes, it was a lot. You would have to work for hours to earn
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it was like $60 today back then.
Yes.
I got something on my glasses.
Um,
I don't.
Ursula is saying that
There we
she'd lose all her blush if she lost her head. Yeah, you took her head
go.
off. All the blood is gone from her head. And and I don't know if Jeanette heard me say hi to her, but hello, Jeanette. Jeanette is DIY Creations.
Hi,
She's
Jeanette.
my
Nice to
neighbor.
meet you.
She's pretty much my neighbor. She lives in Chicago, where I live. We have got to make a thing where I got together with one YouTuber that's local to me, but she didn't want to do a video. But I still took a couple pictures and posted them on a video that I did. I don't
Mhm.
know if you know Rose from Rose Likes Crochet.
I think so, yes. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I met up with her. VJ says she thought the dolls were almost 100.
They are now. You can get adult, like she's 35 years old, and if she was in box, never opened, she would be worth 100 to, yeah, she'd probably be worth around $100 if she was
Wow.
a foreign kid. Uh, they have foreign Cabbage Patch Kids from Germany, Spain, Japan. She'd be worth that much. But back in the 80s,
Do
well,
I have do I
when they,
have any mods in here? Sorry. Okay. Do I?
I
Oh
don't
my
know if I'm a
gosh.
mod or not. I don't think I am. I'm
OMG.
not a mod.
Good thing Joe is here because he darn. Hi, Granny D is just coming in and she poor Granny D had to come in and hide some chats really fast. What the heck? And it's horrible because I could still see them in my StreamYard, even though they're
Yeah.
gone on YouTube. I
Now
can
you
still
can
see
actually
them.
block them from your StreamYard as well. Um, Over in the comments, if you hover over his name, there should be
Okay.
like some dots that pull up, and you should be able to block them from your
I
StreamYard.
did, and it said an error occurred.
Oh,
And
StreamYard's
I
still
don't
having issues today.
yeah. And Facebook too having issues. Did you see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I can get on my Facebook, but I can't post anything to it.
I thought something was wrong with my computer because
Jane,
why?
that's funny.
Because What did she say?
She says the doll looks like her after 2 weeks of prednisone.
Jane, yeah. I saw that earlier.
Oh goodness. Hey,
BJ,
Granny
let me get you.
D.
Oh my gosh. I need to put some blue dresses on people because it's just
Hey,
with
Joe.
Joe and Granny D came in.
I just came from Joe's live, y'all. He was serving some pretty heavy dose of nuggets. It was really good.
I heard a little bit of it.
It was
I
good.
heard, yeah, he was I
I'm
was
full
supposed to
now,
have
Joe. I'm
some time.
full. I'm too full for ice cream or any other kind of dessert after lunch.
Well, when I came in, thank you, Ursula. When I came in, he was talking about fasting. And
Hmm.
I was like, man, I don't want to fast. I remember fasting and how I I would fast not often, but on occasion. And I never made it all day to fast. I was not able to do it. But then we found out later I had low iron and not really a good idea to fast.
You can fast other things besides food,
I know. Well, that okay. Now I know that. But when
which is still hard.
years before, though, we didn't have internet, so internet was not a thing that you would fast from. So
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people they give up internet for Lent. You know, the
Hmm.
Catholics they give
Hmm.
up Facebook for Lent or Instagram, and
Yeah.
that's you're living in a different world. But
Yeah.
um, oh my gosh, but this world, whoever lives in whoever that troll was lives in their own world. Speaking of
Yeah.
worlds, I mean,
I had one that was so bad. It was on my. It was just this random live that I went up on my channel, and
mhm.
he kept changing his IP, so he kept coming up over and over again. As soon as we get him blocked, he'd come up as through another way, and he screwed up my YouTube to the point where I lost all my mods, and I had to get YouTube to help me get control back over my channel and get my mods back. That happened like maybe a week ago. It was crazy. And I've seen that same person on a couple of the other channels that go live, like Carrie's channel. He was on Carrie's channel, flooded her channel, and then he flooded like 3 other channels from the gardening, homesteading community that I belong to. I'm just like, dude,
I don't know why anybody would want to do that. Did you see that comment from Jane? She wants a doll head. And thank
you
you.
just want the doll head, you don't want the body.
I that's what I was thinking. Sheila, thank you for coming over. A lot of people coming over from
Um,
not
Jane,
my
you can
world.
go to my channel and you can see my Cabbage Patch playlist and see just a couple of the ones. I've done a lot more than what's on there, but I wasn't taking pictures before. But there are a couple that I have done recently. So
The cabbage, and they would give little gifts or not gift certificates, birth
the birth
certificates to us.
certificates,
And
yeah.
then there would be the one that I got was the generic Cabbage Patch Kids. I, what were they
The
called?
ones that I reroute and I restore and completely bring them back to life. Those are all what I call wayward dolls that I find in like thrift shops or um,
Oh,
most of the ones I do are my charity kid line in that I use them specifically for charities and I give them to children with special needs, to an organization or a daycare or a school or a family that has special needs
mhm.
kids. And so I did have a couple of people that actually just sent me some very well loved dolls and said, "Hey, if you can work magic with these, they're yours." And some
Really?
more times than not, I can. There have been a couple times when the doll was just a total loss. Like if it had what they call pox, which is a vinyl fungus mold that eats away at the vinyl and it grows from the inside out. You can bleach that out, but you're not
Uh-huh.
getting rid of it. And I can't give that to a child.
Oh my
So
gosh.
those are ones that I will not put back out into the world because of that. It could be a health issue. But other
Yeah.
than that, I've been able to get rid of pen markers on faces. I've been
I
able to
was
get rid of
just gonna
highlighters
say,
on faces. I can get
Macy,
rid of all
I
that.
had a Dee Dee doll. She was all plastic. Her body was all plastic. I used to write on her. Her
A
name
lot of
was
kids do.
Peach. She never had any clothes on, and I don't know. My grandmother got one day got a hold of that doll by the arm, and she's like, in Spanish, she's like, "This doll is dirty and it belongs in the trash," and she threw it down the stairs. That's my memory. I don't know if it really
Yeah.
happened, but she that Dee Dee doll.
Nothing
Mm,
but some sunshine and some zit cream.
yeah.
It does wonders to get rid of all that.
Oh, but I bit her too, so she had bite marks
She
on.
had bite marks.
I don't.
I think I
If I
used to
could,
chew the feet on my Barbie dolls when I was really young,
oh, if I could rewind myself and not say that,
like
I
a
can't
chew
believe I
toy.
just said that online. What?
I used to chew on my Barbie doll's feet like a chew toy.
Oh my gosh, the things we did to our dolls. Um, you, I remember after the garbage. Okay, after the Cabbage Patch Kids came the Garbage Pail Kids. Remember?
Yes.
They were like a not a knockoff, but kind of like a spoof of the Cabbage Patch Kid, and they were you would have even trading cards with them with
Mhm.
bubble gum inside. But the Cabbage Patch Kids also came out with the little erasers, the miniature
Yeah,
versions, and they were actual erasers. Although you didn't, if you knew better, don't use them as erasers because you'll take the paint off.
yeah.
But I used to collect all of those dolls.
They had
My
the
God,
erasers and they had the little Cabbage Patch Kid little stamp collection kits. Oh
yes,
yeah, they had all kinds of stuff.
the stickers, of course,
Mhm. I used to have,
puffy.
yeah, the puffy stickers. I used to have the Cabbage Patch stickers. Yeah.
And Jane is extremely afraid of dolls. I guess there are scary movies with dolls in them,
There
like
are. There
Chucky.
are scary.
What was that doll? And this is not a scary doll. I want to say Rainbow Bright, but it's not Rainbow Bright. But the color, she was a colorful doll, and she had like a zipper. It was to practice zipping, buttoning,
Oh,
fastening, snaps, um, Velcro. I think Velcro
I
maybe.
can't think of what that doll's name was called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Seemed like it would be a good doll for kids with special needs
It
to
actually is,
practice.
and you will find some therapy, like some some therapies actually still use it. Like my son was in play therapy for a while with an autistic specialist, and they had one of those dolls. And the dolls that I donate, um, the outfits I put on them have things like that to help them with their fine motor skills, help them learn how to dress and undress and button and zip. So those dolls always have special outfits to help with that. And yeah, they still use those kind of dolls in play therapy in many
Mhm.
practices.
And
So
but I heard this now brings me to another for nursing homes, you can make blankets that have a lot of texture in them, crochet blankets um to get their
since
their
it's called a sensory blanket.
sensory
It's a
blanket.
sensory blanket. Yeah.
And it's for older people, but more
Mhm.
and more specific because when I think with if is it with people with Alzheimer's, they they need that stimulation or that helps them with something.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm
Yep.
rambling, but look what Jane says. She wants a pin cushion.
Oh yeah, that's right. She wants to make a pincushion. I
What
forgot.
is
Yeah,
that
that's right.
doll in the movie that's a pin cushion? What's that movie?
Is it I'm assuming it's a scary movie since it's
Yeah, I've never seen it, but there's a movie.
I don't watch that stuff.
Me neither.
I'm
The
too much of a chicken.
I
I already
actually did watch the Exorcist one day last year when my
Oh,
husband
you
was out of
did?
town. I watched it when my husband was out of town in the dark. I don't know. I challenged myself. Then I was like, that movie isn't even scary because it happened, you know, it's almost 50 years old, that movie. So it wasn't even scary anymore. It just was a joke. And then for the first time I watched The Shining in the dark in my
Mhm.
room. Oh, Annabelle, I think is the doll, the pincushion. That's what she's watching, she says.
Oh,
Annabelle.
no. Nope.
I don't
Niece,
know.
you don't do scary movies. I don't do natural disaster movies either.
No,
No. I'll have nightmares for a week.
I don't do like movies. I don't know. It's not even movies too. But you know what freaks me out when things are
There we go.
when people take things and put it under a microscope so that you could really see what's in the fibers of your clothes or uh, like what this looks like up close. I don't like to see things what's in, I don't like to
Things.
see things really up close and see what's hidden in, like, I don't want to see what's, your face, your pores,
Hmm.
you zoom in. I don't like that. Because I feel like
Like
if
that Dateline special they did with the ultraviolet lights on the bedding.
that too,
That was
that's on the bed
horrible.
and then the toilet. Yeah,
Yes.
I saw something where you
Ugh.
could put a certain color tape over your phone. If you put blue and red tape over your phone light and then put it in the bathroom, you could see things that you wouldn't want to see. But I haven't done that.
Yeah, I won't be doing that. No.
What? Oh, you know what? Don't. Did you already pour it out? Don't pour it out. Okay. I'll take care of it. But we have Janine here from Saskatchewan.
Oh, Canada. Hello, neighbor.
You know what I am waiting up to today? A photo of a foot to compare. I know, Jane. I thought that, and I'm like, did I imagine Jane asked me? Did she really ask me to send her a picture of my foot? But I don't know if I'll be doing that because I can't even look at my own foot. I just don't. Uh. Um, there's a lady in our local news. She hates feet. She's the morning news anchor. She
Ugh.
hates feet. She hates the word feet. She hates any feet stories. And so the guy anchors, they just kind of feed feet stories to her. And it's funny to watch her squirm. She's like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about feet."
Isn't it funny how there's certain things that we as people can't handle talking about because it gives us the EBGBs or
Yeah.
grosses us out or
Like I
like
don't
my
like
one girlfriend who lives in Florida, she cannot handle the word moist.
a
She
lot of girls
cannot
use that
handle it.
word.
Cannot.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I don't like to see a
Funny.
bunch of birds on the phone wire outside when they're clusters of birds. I don't like
Hmm.
that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I don't even like to look at like Kick cereal or Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah,
All those
Cocoa
little
Puffs.
circles. I don't like
Ooh, almost lost my mouse.
just. My son is trying to leave out of the
Pass
house.
by thee, Rose is in the house.
I saw her earlier. She rated us. Thank you. I know they are. And speaking of feet, Jane, I have to go to the foot doctor on Wednesday. I'm kind of nervous because the last one of the last times I went to the foot doctor, I had emergency surgery on my
Oh,
foot. So when you have emergency surgery on your foot, they don't put you to sleep for that. You are awake and they numb your foot. So when they numb your foot, they have to stick a needle through your toe.
Mm,
So you
mhm.
see the needle come out the other side, and they have to do it one, two, three times. Hi, Jane. Three shots. Just that's just the numbing process.
Oh my gosh, no. I've got to go get my foot looked at. I did something to the heel on my foot on my one good side, my right side, the side
Mhm.
that doesn't need surgery. I think it's because I can't walk well because my left side and all my weight is on my right side. And I've done something and I have a hard time putting pressure on my foot now on my right side on the heel. It hurts. Um,
Oh, yeah,
I
that
don't know what I've done to it, but I've done something. And so I need to get to the doctor and have it looked at and see what I've done to it.
like that sounds like an orthopedic issue, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
that that can hurt you. One little shift
it hurts.
can throw you off.
I mean, I could be sitting like I am now and touch it, and it hurts to even touch it. So I know I've done something. I just don't know what.
Mm-mm, that's not good. That doesn't sound good.
So yeah, I need to make an appointment and get myself in to be seen. It's hard to
Yeah,
get in anywhere right now though,
my
where
you
I'm at.
really. You know what's
Yeah.
funny?
So
I
it's
have
always a
no
long
problem.
wait.
I have a good foot doctor, and he's right down the street from my house. But to call him is a hassle.
Yeah,
That
it is.
his calls don't go to his office. They go to the 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 corporation, the corporate office in another state. Then the
Mhm.
corporate office has to dispatch it to the state home of the states. And then that state office has to find what location. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult to just call them and say, I can I change my appointment? Can I make it a couple days sooner or something?
Mhm.
So I don't even ever call them. And but yeah, he's right down the street from my house, but he's gonna move soon.
Oh, is
So
he relocating?
yeah, and he needs to. He's in a small area. And for crying out loud, a lot of his patients are in walkers or wheelchairs, and his waiting room is the size of a bathroom. It.
Oh
And
goodness, so they can't even maneuver in there.
so during COVID, the waiting room was outside in your car. You know,
Yeah.
um, but before that, like even it was outside. Some people had to wait outside before they
Yeah,
had
cuz
them.
with it being that small, I would imagine so.
Yeah. So he's finally moving to a bigger place. I'm assuming it's bigger because I mean this place, the building has got to be like 60, 70 years old. It's a pretty old
Mhm.
building. But oh, Dana's working out in the background.
She's
That's
working out in the background. Oh,
that's
what you work? I bet you she's working on something good. She's
no,
working
no,
out.
not work.
Oh, she's doing her
She's
exercises.
working out. Yeah.
You go, girl. I need to get back on the bike, but I got to figure out what's wrong with my foot first.
Yeah, I have a bike. It's not a bike, it's actually just the pedals. So you can use it sitting on a regular chair and you can just
Mhm.
pedal.
Oh, that's
So,
interesting.
yeah, when I bought it, I thought, how cool. But the thing is like 75 pounds. I'm probably exaggerating, right? But it's still so heavy to move
Mhm.
it, you know. And we
I
did
have an
some
what do you call mine's like a cyber bike, an ep, starts with an
mm,
EP something.
elliptical.
Elliptical bike. Yeah,
Mhm.
I have one of those, which I can only ride those because of my hips. So, um, and I
Those are
do. I need to get back on it.
I
Keep
had
my
one for the longest,
joints loose.
and we never used it. It was, oh, thanks, Jane. Jane, you just reminded me that once I get to 1K subs, I will be able to share videos on my. I have the community tab. I really need the community tab. I'm like,
We're fixing to get it, Sandy. We're fixing to get it. Mid-October, anyone with 500 subs or up is going to be getting the community tab. It's official. I verified it.
what?
Yes. Mid-October, we'll be getting the community tab.
How did that happen?
YouTube just decided to change it. I think they're going to be changing some of the monetization requirements too, from what I understand, but that hasn't been announced yet. But what has been announced is the community tab is coming to those of us with 500 or more subscribers, which I'm excited about.
Really? Are you
I've been
under
wanting that
1K
community
also?
tab. I'm still working on my 1K, but I'm not there. I have like 770 something subscribers right now.
Hmm.
But
Wow.
I'm not trying to. I just wanted the 1K because I wanted the community tab. Well, now I just found out. Guess what? I get to have it anyway, so
I
I'm
like
excited.
that tab is very handy.
I've got so many plans with that tab. It's crazy.
You and me both. We're gonna be like on the community tab
I
all
have
the time.
so many plans for that tab.
Yeah, because I saw Jane just shared my video, my live.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what it,
always wondered, one day I just asked Dana, how do you do that? And Dana's like, um, you can't really do that because you need the community tab. But I
yeah.
thought it was like I, I thought it was a simple thing because you could share it. It says share. Obviously,
Mhm.
you could send the link through text. You could put it on Facebook, and but I didn't know how else you could share it. And I would hear Dana say that she's like, I shared you out. I shared you out, or if you can share this channel, share this channel. And I just really just asked her, I'm like, what does that mean? How do you share a channel? Yeah, you share it through the community tab. And Roberta's
Bye,
leaving.
Roberta. Have an awesome
Um,
day.
thanks for coming. And VJ, yes, really, I guess I'll have to.
For
Yeah,
real, it's for real. I've verified it. I have verified it. It is coming mid-October. We will those of us with 500 or more will be getting the community tab mid-October.
and having the community tab will allow us to get more subs too, because we'll be more exposed. I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know. Anything
There's
helps,
just
but
there's a lot more that you can share on the community tab. Like you can share when someone's live, going live, you can do shout outs. You can I do a ton of stuff with photographs and stuff. And sometimes I don't want to put out a video on a project I've just done. Sometimes I just want to take a picture of the done product and be able to post it. And this will give me a way to do that on YouTube, not just Instagram and not just Facebook, but I can
yeah,
actually post it on YouTube. So, and
I
I can do my devotionals easier on a community tab because I won't
true.
have to do it video style. So,
I guess it's good and bad that you can't. Jane wants a community tab. VJ wants one. I guess it's good and bad that you. What was I going to say? That you can't comment when you comment on somebody's YouTube. You can't put a picture there. It'd
yeah.
be nice to share stuff, but then a lot of room for trolls. I would
Yes.
imagine. You know,
Yes.
so
Mhm.
it's just unfortunate that we have to have those. I'll never know what their goal is. What is their goal? Like the warranty, the car's warranty calls. Why? What is the point of those? Why do we get those? How does anyone benefit from making those calls? How do you benefit?
Maybe by the off chance they get lucky and somebody will take the call and buy their product or their service.
A lot of times, it's not even it's just saying we're trying to reach you. Give us a call at this number.
Yeah, it's weird.
And what do
It
you
is
do? Call the
weird.
number and get
Seems like
charged?
a waste of resources in my book, but
Yeah. And I
the
just
company's
realized
wasting
that
all that money doing that.
I actually pay $5 a month to have the ability to block all those numbers. I didn't know I had to pay for that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And that reminds me, I got one while I was on live a few minutes ago. I have to block that number. And they come in,
And
some of them,
they changed their numbers, but they use your area code. So you think it might be something important and you go to answer it.
they use your area code and the prefix of your number.
Yeah. Yeah. Sneaky.
Yeah.
They're sneaky.
I think they've been doing that for a while.
Mhm.
But also, what happens is a lot of them have actual names. Like you get a call, it's unknown, it says unknown name, right? Or
Mhm.
it says potential spam, or it says wireless caller. But some of them have names. Like one, um, it came through their name was Feldco. Feldco is a company where I live. It's for windows and doors. So they do window siding and doors. And they have a cute little jingle on their commercials. Everybody knows their song in Chicago. Call 866 for Feldco. That's their little
Mhm.
jingle. For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Falco. Well, I got a call the other day, last week. It said Falco. Why would Falco be calling me? So it's just, I hate that they can get sneaky now. Really sneaky. I don't know. Why, oh, why do people do what they do? You know?
It's mind-boggling.
Yes. Well, I've been on here. It says an hour and 22 minutes.
Oh, yeah, you have.
Yeah, I'm about to go. I'm going to go and get ready for my chiropractor appointment. And um, that's it.
Well, you have a good rest of your day, and thanks for having me up. It was fun
Thanks for
visiting with
coming
you
up.
for a few minutes.
And thanks everybody for
Bye,
coming. Roberta
everybody.
Roberta left a while ago, but Consuelo is here, and Jane and Granny D stopped in for a while, and like
And save the day
Joe and Granny D came in just in the nick of time.
to save her life.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody in chat, have a great day. We'll see you guys around the YouTube streets. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.